river dancing?
I am.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My computer came on behind us. I don't know what's going on back there, but quite a lot of technology happening.
We will keep it professional. There we go.
As professional as we can keep anything. All right, I'm going to shut that because my battery's almost gone. Ooh, Dr. Mary, happy first full day of 51.
Thank you.
How's it feel? Cheesecakeless?
Yeah, well, there's a bit left. Just a smidgen.
No, there's like a half of one left.
I wouldn't say half.
Oh, did you get up and have a little smack
No,
roll in the middle of
I
the
didn't.
night?
I just had more dessert than I actually first thought of.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, you only turn 51 once.
Yes.
So we were talking this morning about what we wanted to talk about, and we thought it might be interesting to, as I said in the title, regale you with Dr. Mary's birthday of moderation, because we talk about moderation all the time. But what does that even mean? Your definition of moderation might be different from mine, which is different than yours. So what does a day of moderation look like, particularly a day where so many people choose to use it to go completely off the deep end? You know, think of all of the people who wake up the day after any birthday, hungover, exhausted, lost. Their tummies are discombobulated because they ate too much, they had too much sugar. The day can really derail you. And I keep thinking about something in that article that we talked about yesterday from David Whitesock, how poorly we take care of the infrastructure of America. And the idea that if you relate it to your body, this is your whole infrastructure.
Yeah.
This is it. This is all the bridges, all the roads, all the railways, all the runways, everything. And if you opt to treat it like garbage, it will break down on you far, far sooner and far more severely than if you treat it well, and if you take good care of it on the front end. Be proactive, not reactive. So let's talk through your day, starting with kind of all of it. So I didn't buy Dr. Mary a present. Well, I bought him a small bag of gummy candy from Unglued, because we do love that.
Yes, it was kind of fun.
And a card, and I normally never buy a card, but I wanted to buy some stuff at Unglued. So I bought a card from an artist. And what did I give you, Dr. Mary?
Oh, I got a tick box with very interesting things in it. Like Dana will, well, they are open and they're reasonable. We'll find a time where we both think it's what time of day to go and see a movie together at the movie theatre. We're going to my favourite place of my favourite eatery for dinner. In case anyone's wondering, I do love the Olive Garden.
This is how much I love this man. I'm willingly going back to the Olive Garden.
I love going to furniture shops. So there's a day. I got a tick box for a day at the furniture shop, which I presume means no.
Means an hour.
which means, you know, no walking behind me like a surly teenager.
Yeah, I can't promise that. I didn't guarantee my attitude. I just said I would go. So all sorts of things like that, because here's what's real. What do we need? Dr. Mary and I buy what we want or need. And so for birthdays, you know, I could have gotten him another movie. I could have done all kinds of things, but it made no sense. So I moderated that and created this funny little
oh yeah, and it's going to be fun.
It's going to be really fun.
It reminds me of when we first met. Mm-hmm. You know, you were still in grad school. I was
a new postdoc.
I was a new postdoc, so you know we weren't like drowning in money, and it was just really sweet. What you know, it was good for you know things like it was one trip to the Olive Garden. So
It's
you know,
good
some
that he's
things,
consistent.
some things still stay the same.
Okay, so that's the first thing we did. You had a moderate piece of birthday cheesecake yesterday.
I had a moderate piece of birthday.
In the morning. It was tiny. We had 2 friends over for dinner, so all of us have had COVID, so we felt safe having them over. But often, I throw Dr. Mary a pretty good-sized party. 8 to 10 to 12 people come.
And they're fantastic.
They're always really fun. But we decided, obviously, it made no sense to have a gathering. It's 1,000 degrees below zero, so we couldn't be outside. So we moderated.
And it's a school night as well.
And it's a school night. We moderated that. They are on a relatively rigorous diet right now. So I would normally have made homemade bread and multiple kinds of things, and we would have had a great big dinner. But to honor them and to make them feel like they didn't have to throw out all of what they've been working so hard for, I made
they both
this.
look good too.
Yes, they do. But I made this great vegetarian bolognese that's primarily riced cauliflower, and I added some lentils, and we only had some pasta. We didn't have it with bread. And so I moderated what would have been kind of often an out-of-control meal and made it actually an incredibly healthy meal. We did have some cheesecake, but I also made...
Homemade cheesecake.
I also made...
But in moderation, actually.
Oh my gosh, Dr. Mary. You did not eat that in moderation.
I
You
did-
had
I
2
did.
huge pieces.
I had 2 in a small piece.
but you can't drink, so there's that.
But it was in moderation for me with the cheesecake.
We had a little chia pudding with some sauteed apples. So the dinner was incredibly healthy and moderate. Often with this group, a lot of alcohol can get drunk. I'm not making an implication about them, but you know, when you're together and when you've hardly been together, we drank less than 1 bottle of wine between just the 2 of us, because one of them is not drinking at all, and obviously Maz isn't. They brought honey from their farm. They've got bees on the farm, and so it was just a great day of
fantastic.
moderation. We were in bed by 10:15, which, while late for me, is still a totally reasonable, moderate time.
Most
to go to bed.
51-year-olds are still up at
Yes.
10:15.
So my point is just, you had a great day.
Oh, I had a fantastic day.
You heard from all kinds of people on social media, all sorts of things, but it was all moderated. So if you're feeling like, well, if I have to moderate this, and this, what's the point? The point is, we woke up this morning, we felt good, we went to spin, we will have another good day, nobody's hungover, nobody is worn out, it was just one lovely day of celebrating and not derailing our
Everything.
infrastructure.
Yeah.
We didn't have a bridge break in the middle of the day. Everything just moved along and was lovely and thoughtful, and we had great conversation, and it was just a perfect day.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
So that is just one of those examples of what truly choosing to live in moderation can mean. It is not a lack. It's just a mindfulness. And we should all be doing that. We should all be living like that, whether it's because someone can't drink, chooses not to drink, wants to lose some weight, wants to wake up the next morning feeling good, doesn't want another thing to figure out where to dust it or where to put it or any of that. It's just about
What to dust
all of
it.
that.
Is that a dig at my knick-knack?
Maz's knick-knack garbage interest. You'll notice I put no tick box for
I did
knick-knack
I
shopping.
did notice that, actually. I just wanted to be grateful for the rest of the tick boxes. Yeah.
As you should. Anything else to say, Dr. Mary?
I do not. I just, I had a, in between teaching, I managed to talk to my mother and my sister. They both phoned me, which through a 6 hours time zone difference. It was pretty impressive for them both to call me when I could talk to them both.
Absolutely. Yeah, and my mom and Bob wrote to you, and my dad and Mary wrote to you, and one of my brothers and Quinn called, and it was just a lovely, lovely day, but particularly lovely because it was just another great day with a little bit of extra care and attention.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're gonna wrap up. Join us tomorrow. Dr. Mike Mattis, as I
I'm looking forward to
previewed
this.
for you earlier this week, is coming on. You do not want to miss this story. You tell me about somebody else you know who grew up with a single mom and a grandma, very poor, some serious abuse that came in after his mom married his stepdad, a lot of juvenile delinquent problems, who goes on to become a cardiothoracic surgeon. You tell me who you know who's like that. I'm going to bet you don't know anybody like that. So come and join us tomorrow and hear Mike's story, hear about his addiction, and hear, more importantly, what he's doing in this new phase of sobriety, because it's really impressive. So we'll talk to you tomorrow. Happy first day of your first new year, Dr. Mary.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.